this chance. I just wanted to talk to you guys about a couple things that have been on my mind lately. It's something that I've been thinking about quite a bit. You see, my family is definitely on the weird side when it comes to generations. Don't get me wrong, I love my mom, I love my family, do not get me wrong, I love my family to death, but if you guys don't know a little bit about me, my ancestor was Jonathan Putnam from the witch trials. And a lot of people have compared what I've been through to what he went through. A lot of people have, compared my life to basically being a modern day version of the Salem witch trials. And in a lot of ways, they're not wrong. For me, it definitely did feel that way. It really did feel like it was a witch hunt. I felt like I was being hunted down. And looking back at that, I realized that it wasn't a witch hunt. I realized that I was being surrounded by demons in human form. I was being tricked. I was being played for a fool. I basically became Satan's chew toy, so to speak. Without even realizing it, he slipped into my life and took control, steering me on a path that led me away from the life that I wanted to live, away from God, away from my friends, family, things that were important to me. And it wasn't until this certain somebody came into my life who I had originally ignored. This person that came into my life I'm not going to say their name, so we're just going to call them, let's call this person Jay. Now Jay came into my life, and at first I ignored their email. Like, they had sent a long email after I had ignored them and cut them off thinking they were evil. But really they were an angel in disguise. And let me tell you something. At first I did ignore that email after I ignored them, and I thought that they were a bad person. I ignored them for 12 days. But on that 12th day, something happened that changed my life forever. You see, on that day, I found out that my best friend Ethan had died. And believe me when I say that news hit me like a truck. Because this is a guy that I had spent a good majority of the last 6 years spending time with, being around, having fun with. But on this day, something was different. When I found out he had died, not only did it hit me like a truck, I found out some of the worst news ever outside of his death. I found out that he himself was working alongside these people that were ruining my life. In a lot of ways. He was lying to my face the entire time. And let me tell you, when I saw the proof that he was working with them, my heart sank. My stomach sank. And in that moment, it was in that moment that I knew that everybody that had told me that CIA hole and all these people that were telling me that these guys that I was hanging out with, like my former friend CIA hole, Ethan, and all these people were fake. I found out that they were right. And so I started reaching out to different people, explaining to them that I'm sorry for not believing them, that they were right. But it wasn't until later that night when I was sitting alone by myself, pondering on what Jay had said in that email. And it was something that I thought long and hard about. And let me tell you, when I was sitting there in that moment, unsure of whether I should respond or not, God Himself came down and told me that you need to answer this email, because this email is the most important email that you will ever get in your life. This email is going to change your life. When you answer this email, your life will change for the better. So answer that email, because I promise you, you will not regret it. And so I did. And I answered it back, not thinking that I would get a reply back, thinking they would just blow me off. But they didn't. That next morning they replied to me, and let me tell you something. I spent all day on the phone with this person. All day long, all night, on Discord, on my phone, just talking, spending time together. And I can honestly say that this person is in my life for good. And I'm glad to have this person in my life, because this person has showed me so much and has helped me out so much to where my life is now back on the right track. I am now more focused than I have ever been before. I'm working on my relationship with my family members that I thought had abandoned me. I'm working on my relationship with God, working on myself, working on getting back to a normal life. So let me be the first to tell you guys that demons in human form, they do exist. They are very real. But let me also tell you this, that God works in mysterious ways. Ever since this person came into my life has been turned completely around in every way imaginable for the better. Because I'm now able to see the traps that these demons are going to try to lay. I see what they are going to try to do far ahead of time. I see what they're able to do and what they're going to try to drag me back in to that darkness. But I'm not going back into that darkness. I'm staying out of it. I walked away from that darkness So to anybody out there that is going through what I went through for the last 6 years, please know that you are not alone. Stop letting these demons take you like this and pull you into that dark place. Notice the signs. Stay aware. Because demons in human form do exist. But I can promise you this, that if you learn the signs and you know how to avoid those signs, and you know how to avoid what they're going to do to you, then you're good. But also let this be a lesson that God does work in mysterious ways. Because let me tell you right now, God brought this person into my life, and I'm glad they are in my life. Because now, even though it's only been a few days, I can't imagine my life without them. I really can't. Because this person is one of the most amazing people that I know. And I'm glad that I met them. And I am so grateful to them, beyond words. So like I said, to anybody out there that is stuck in the position that I was in for the last 6 years, just know that you can get out. You have that ability to get out of that situation. Because let me tell you, when I was in that position, I didn't think God cared. I thought He had given up on me, but He didn't. God did not give up on me at all. He took and drugged me out of that dark place and put me back to where I'm at now, to where I'm now more focused on my career. Next year I'm going to be getting back into sim racing full time as a professional competitor, which I'm super excited for. I'm now working on some brand new music. I'm living a normal life, and I'm able to be myself again. Something that I never thought I would see again. I never thought that I would see the light again. I thought I was lost forever. But it turned out that that wasn't the truth. God brought this person into my life when I was at my lowest point, when I was at my rock bottom. And let me tell you, that person took me from my rock bottom, pulled me out of that freaking pit of hell that I was in, and put me back into the light where I belong. And now I am working hard every day on myself to better myself, to do better in my life, to focus on myself, to focus on my dreams and my goals and things that I want to do with my life. So believe me when I say, God does work in mysterious ways when you least expect it. It's when you least expect Him to come into your life that He comes into your life and He pulls you out of that. So if you are going through something, just know that God is there waiting for you. Waiting to pull you out of that dark place. But you need to be willing to want out of that darkness. Because if you stay stuck in that darkness, I can promise you it will destroy you and turn you into something that you will not recognize. Because let me tell you, I look back at the old videos of me where I was raging out, where I was angry, and I don't recognize who I was. I don't recognize that person because that person was not me. That person was lost and scared, and now I'm not. So let God help you if you need it, because I can assure you, if you ask Him, even if you're scared, if you ask Him for help, He will help you. I promise you that.